For more of this, let's cross to Edward Hunt of Aerospace and Defense Consultants, Renaissance Strategic Advisors. Thank you for speaking with us on France 24.
Thank you.
Prosecutors say they've got a smoking gun, as you just heard. Makers of the Buk missile deny. Those denials were recounted to us by our Moscow correspondent. What are your thoughts from what you've seen today? Does this look like pretty firm evidence that, yes, this missile came from eastern Ukraine?
Well, I think it's very firm evidence that a missile of this type from a Buk launcher was what brought down the airliner. There were some other theories put about by various, including the Russians, that another aircraft was involved, possibly a Ukrainian fighter. That was always fairly flimsy evidence, and I think the consensus of opinion had always been that it was a surface-to-air missile of this type.
What's the big takeaway from this investigation for you, Edward?
Well, all sides now seem to have agreed on what was used. Of course, the great unanswered question is exactly who fired it and why. My position has always been on this, that it was an accident, in the sense that whoever fired the missile from what appears to be the separatist territory did not mean to hit the airliner. They probably thought it was something else, a Ukrainian military transport or similar. But of course, the criminal investigation is now trying to determine why it was done and who is culpable for this.
Edward, now that we have this frozen conflict, is eastern Ukraine a no-go zone for commercial airlines forever or for a long, long time?
Certainly for the time being. If you go to the Flight 24 website, which has real-time position of aircraft, you'll notice a large gap around Ukraine. And I flew recently back from Australia, and I noticed we went over the southern part of the Black Sea, even though it arguably was a slightly longer way round. I suspect most international flights would avoid the area until some kind of more permanent ceasefire was signed, because, of course, that there is a danger that hostilities flare up again and something similar occurs.
Edward Hunt of Renaissance Strategic Advisors, thanks for speaking with us from London.
Thank you.